So my first impressions of Africa were not so nice because we landed at 2 a.m. and the taxi driver picked us up from the airplane and brought us to the volunteer house. And then we find out that there was no electricity, no water, warm water, and there was no Wi-Fi. And yeah, we had like a really long flight, so that's where three things we really want to have. Um, so the next morning we asked the other volunteers if it was possible to get those three things, and they said yeah, sometimes there is electricity and Wi-Fi and warm water, but most of the time it's not there. So it's just something what we have to get used to. We also went to town, to Arusha town, with our home mother, and her name was Natalie. And it was a really rainy day that day, so we drove to Arusha and we saw like the streets and everything was covered in mud and everything was gray, like the sky was very gray and cloudy and sometimes rainy. And it was like it gave Africa like a really depressed vibe. And I also saw the poor people and the children in red clothes and women carrying their heavy baskets on their head. And yeah, I felt really uncomfortable because we were like the rich people come to Africa with their nice clothes and everything nice, and then we saw that people in that environment, and I was really shocked. But then I find out that when it was sunny and the sky were blue and everything looked more beautiful. And when we also went one day with the Dala Dala, it's like a little bus, like a little van, and we drove to Arusha with that van. And then it was like really sunny and the skies were very blue, and then everywhere was music and people were dancing and everybody was colorful, wearing like colorful clothes because that's what African people, especially the women, do. And then I changed my mind about Africa. I know it's poor, there's much poverty, but this was life. It was so, everybody was happy and dancing and everywhere there was music, and it changed my mind. So for now I'm very happy, and I don't mind that we don't have Wi-Fi or electricity or warm water.